as Roosevelt's press gets breaking pretty easily, and it's a layup, no good, but it's hustled down by Kemmer Schramm. Gives it to West, good defense with the long arms, as we see Aiden Evans is back in with those 2 fouls. You gotta think Washington's gonna start attacking him down low.
I think if Washington has made, I think they've missed on a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of good offensive plays that they've been using and just haven't been able to compromise on it.
As Dagan Schramm has the ball at the top, gives it over, saved by Schramm. Schramm with a good pass to Thompson, and he banks it out for that corner. It's a 1-point game with 3:20 left to go in the first half. Miyashidi with the ball, gives it over to Large as Miyashidi checked in for Tucker Large. It's going to be a foul down low. That'll be on Dagan Schramm. It's going to be his first, team 6th, and now Roosevelt will be in the bonus. They don't shoot free throws yet. Next foul they will. West will check out of the game, and Adam Kusa will check it back in as Evans has the ball in the left corner. Neil Schutte has the ball at the top of the key. Neil Schutte looking for Kusler down low. Swinging over to Debricks, who gets it back to Evans. Neil Schutte drives middle, and it's still stolen away by Schramm. Schramm gives it over to his brother Schramm. Schramm for 3, no good, rebounded by Neil Schutte. Neil Schutte gets it taken away by Williams. Neil Schutte has to foul it, and Washington will go to the line for a 1-on-1. And it's 28-27 on Roosevelt, slight advantage, 2:47 left. Eli Williams has played well off the bench tonight for Washington. Will go to the line for a 1-and-1. As Eli Williams, the youngest guy on the team, a lot of juniors and seniors on that roster. Williams misses the front end of a 1-and-1 as Pearson got away with a push on Kusler. As it's taken away though, as Dagan Schramm slipped on the cut, and it was taken away by Kusler. As Neil Schutte gets the handoff to Debricks. Debricks looking low, gives it to Neil Schutte. Neil Schutte passes it low, and Neil Schutte with another turnover. And that's Schramm. No good, but Neil Schutte fouled him. And that's going to be Neil Schutte's second. It looks like Tucker Large to check in for him. And it'll be Kemmer Schramm going to the line for a 1-on-1. As first one, no good. I said 1-on-1. It was a shot in the corner. Kind of daydreaming there, but this is the first one, and Washington can only tie now. There's 2:22 left. Tucker Large second in the game for Patrick Neil Schutte, as Neil Schutte's had a tough half. They have 2 number 4s right now on the roster. One of them will just switch to 2. But the free throw by Schramm was good, and it is now a tie game. Tucker Large gets the ball, gives it to Debricks. Debricks swings it back up to Large at the top. All tied up at 28 now with 2:14 left to go. Large over to Debricks. Debricks off the screen from Evans. Debricks drives middle, no good. Just spun out, and Washington will have the ball in a tie game. And Washington has definitely hung with Roosevelt a lot better. It was a 15-point Roosevelt win last time these guys played. Schramm tries to go baseline. He does. Good pass to Thompson, and Washington has the lead. 1:45 left to go. And Roosevelt's not playing their best game right now. Especially lately. Lost 2 very close ones to Huron and Lincoln. And now barely losing in another close game. As Evans has the ball at the top. Evans will shoot a 3, no good. Rebounded by Gabe Pearson. As Gabe Pearson will bring it up with Adam Kusler on him. As Pearson looking for Eli Williams down low. Swings all the way over to Schramm. Schramm for 3, no good. Rebounded by Debricks. Just spun out. And Large is going to set up the offense. 1 minute remaining in the first half. Large drives. It'll be no good. It's going to be a foul on the floor, but it'll be a 1-and-1 for Roosevelt either way. going to be on Cameron Schramm. It's going to be his first, team 7th. Tucker Large will go to the line for a 1-1. Vandenberg is checking for Evans. Now wanting Evans to give his third foul before half. And so Large will try and tie this game up for the Riders. As it'll be a 1-1, and Washington will probably try for a 2-for-1 by the end of the half. At least we assume. Tucker Large misses the front end badly. Barely hits the front of the rim. And Washington will still have the ball up 2. Or not still have the ball, they'll gain the ball as Pearson has the ball at about the volleyball line. Just over to Jed Anderson. Anderson over to Pearson. Pearson with a good cut by Van Backum. Takes a tough shot, no good. Rebounded by Large. Large slips. Somehow keeps his dribble. Devereux has the ball. It's about 5/10 of a second left between the shot clock and game clock. Boston will give it over to Large. Large takes a screen from Kusler. Mismatch down low. They gotta look towards him, and Carter Shields helps out, knocks the ball out of bounds. Now we know there's 0.8 seconds between the shot and game clock, so Roosevelt basically can hold for the last shot. As Gain and Thompson will check out, and Kellen Fultz will check in with those 2 fouls. You gotta think maybe they go into Dannebrink. As Dannebrink has the ball, hands it off to Large. Large, and he's gonna double dribble. Carson Devereux got in his way and forced Tucker Large to double dribble. Now Washington can hold for the last shot. Eli Williams will check in for Kellen Fultz. Quick little 2-second appearance for Kellen Fultz. As it's a now Tucker West will check in for Dannebrink. As Washington will try and get a last second shot to make it a 5 or 4 point game. Pearson gets it off. Pearson no good, and tip up no good either from Jed Anderson. At halftime it is Washington 30, Roosevelt 28. We'll be back after this 10-minute break here watching Sioux Falls Washington, Sioux Falls Roosevelt on the Roosevelt High School YouTube channel. Roosevelt High School in this presentation of high school boys basketball. My name is Brent Bowen and I'm joined tonight by Austin Merrow. We are a part of the Roosevelt High School sports broadcast team, and we're just about to start the second half, and Washington is leading Roosevelt to 30-28. We got some first half stats here as the leading scorer for the Warriors, Carter Shields, is 7 points. Or I guess Gabe Pearson also has 7 points with Carter Shields as well. Leading scorer for Roosevelt is Tucker West with 8, and then followed by Tyler Philkin with 6. As considering for high school basketball, 30-28 is pretty high scoring somewhat. As last night we saw like a 20-17 score at halftime or something like that, and it ended about a 40-something. I don't remember exactly the final score, but 55-52 maybe. But it's a good start for both teams as Washington shot 52%, but only 42% from the free throw line, 37% from 3. Roosevelt shot 40% from the field, 50% from 3, and 55% from the free throw line. As Philkamp has 3 fouls, looks like he's starting the second half though, and Aiden Evans has 2, so those are our main guys in foul trouble that we have to watch today. And those, Aiden Evans is their main big, and Tyler Philkamp is probably their best player. So it'd be big if they lost him to foul trouble. And the defense by Aiden Evans, and it will also bounce by Gaden Thompson, and it will be Roosevelt basketball. Same starters for Washington, I believe, except for, yeah, it is the same starters, they just haven't switched the board yet. As well, I'll just turn it over to Deborah, into Evans. Evans with a shot from the corner that's good. And Aiden Evans is his first one to the half that starts the scoring off in the second half, and it's well knotted up at 30 with when we're just underway in the second half. Ball's one over to Jed Anderson. Jed Anderson will hand off to Pearson. Pearson looks like he's going to reject a screen from Thompson. Goes baseline, good take, no good. Short rebound by Evans. Out to Tucker Large. Large over to West. Good pass and good finish, and Roosevelt regains the lead. As Tucker West has 10 points now. First person double figures today for either team. As it's 32-30. With Van Bakken down at the top of the key. Inside the Shields, and he double dribbled, and it'll be a Roosevelt ball. He slipped a little, it looked like, off the pass. And we'll get him for the double dribble. That's Tucker Large who will bring it up. Roosevelt started a couple different point guards this year. They started Large, they started Neil Shitty. They started neither of them once, and just went with Tyler Philkamp playing the 1. And it'll be, we're going to get Jed Anderson on the foul, his second, team first of the half. And Carson Deverks will throw it in to Tucker West. Tucker West gives it to Deverks. Deverks off the screen from Evans. Evans is pretty open on the wall, ready to get it to him. Large has the ball in the corner. West hands it off to Deverks. Deverks over to Large. 20 still on the shot clock. Large good take, gives it to Evans. No good, but a foul on Gabe Pearson. His first, 2 seconds, and Evans over the line for 2 shots. Good take by Large, forced the defense to collapse in on him, which gave him the pass to Evans for a chance at 2 free throws to make this a 4-point game. Evans' first shot is no good. And most of it, there's nobody in the box. I always wonder why nobody's in the box, because, I mean, there's no chance at an offensive rebound.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it is what it is. Let them do their thing. Maybe they know something that we don't.
As Pearson swings it over and goes through Shield's hand, and it will be Roosevelt basketball. A few turnovers right away. Now we didn't see from Washington in the first half. Roosevelt had 15 total turnovers in the first half, which most teams hate to have 15 turnovers in a game, and Roosevelt has 15 and a half.
Not good.
No. As Evans has the ball at the top of the key, swings it over to Deverks. Evans will set him a screen, and they're going to get a bump, I believe, on Pearson. It will. It's the second of the half, team third of the half. And it's the second overall. And it'll just be a baseline pass in for Tucker Large. And Large gets it into Evans, who gives it back to Tucker Large. Large to West. West for three. No good. Rebounded by Pearson, but it's going to be tipped out of bounds and be Roosevelt basketball. Excuse me, 5:41 left. Roosevelt will inbound the ball with Tucker Large. Large gives it to Felcamp over to Deverks, off the screen from West. Over to Large again. West with plenty of time on the shot clock, takes up a tough three, no good. Rebounded by, it'll be rebounded by Daniel Thompson, who's tipped up in the air a couple times by Evans. As that's Jay Anderson with the ball in the corner, gives it down to Thompson. Thompson working down low on Evans. We'll kick it back out to Pearson. Pearson with Felcamp on him. And Felcamp will pick up his fourth foul and beg him in. Not happy. As Paulson will check into the game for Felcamp. That's just a silly foul right there. You gotta know you have three fouls. You gotta know you have three fouls. You gotta play less aggressive when you have three fouls. Because you know you can pick up your fourth. And Washington will take their first time out with 5:11 left in the third quarter. It's Roosevelt 32, Washington 30. We'll be back in a moment. You are watching Sioux Falls Roosevelt and Sioux Falls Washington on the Roosevelt High School YouTube channel. Welcome back to Roosevelt High School, as it's going to be a double dribble right away on Van Bockham. As we got back a little late, so I just realized about it coming back so quick, as Tucker Large will take it in from Tucker West with 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. It's 32-30, Roosevelt on top. As Large will give it to Paulson. Paulson over to West. And West will hand it off to Carson Deverks, who will look low to Evans. Evans a little work. Evans fades away, no good. Rebounded by Pearson. Carson will try and run. And will pull it out with Michael Paulson on him. As Pearson looking for a guy open, gives it to Anderson. He swings it back over to Shields. Shields drives baseline. Shields got it. And all back to being all tied up as Shields with his first 2 points in the third quarter. And Shields might be the leading scorer and maybe best player on this team. He's a senior, 6'1" senior. As Deverks will try and split the screen, gets it taken away right away, but Evans got it, and there's silly reaching foul there on Shields. That's the team's fourth foul, not even 4 minutes into the third quarter. That could be big for Roosevelt to shoot free throws, but the problem is they're not very good at free throws. But they're good free throw shooters like Felcamp, West, Deverks can get to the line. That can help them get some 3 points to lift into a victory here in a game that both teams really need. Washington being 2-3, Roosevelt being 3-2. Roosevelt's lost 2 in a row though. And Washington did lose 2 in a row to Roosevelt and Lincoln. Had a close win over Marshall. Got a game against Coronado, Nevada, and Mitchell canceled due to the weather. And then they lost to Dominican, Wisconsin. And Paulson misses the 3. It is tipped up by Danenbrin out of bounds. It will be Washington ball. Coops are trying to say that was tipped off Washington, but the official's not buying it. It'll still be Washington ball. As the ball is brought into Deacon Schramm. Schramm gets it out, but it's taken away. by Carson Devers. Moves it over, almost taken away. Kusler with a good play there. Dannenbrink over to Devers. Devers for three. Got it. Carson Devers for three. And Roosevelt regains the lead, which they had basically all third quarter. They'll get that trap in the corner. Good cut by Eli Williams. Eli Williams drives all the way down low. Gets it to Pearson. Pearson lays it in for 1 point game. And that's been a little bit of a problem with Roosevelt's press this year. It's like they're giving up some easy shots and layups after they get beat on that little cut right there. As Devers will drive to the lane, and he banks it up and in. And it's back to a 3-point game. Good press in the corner. Large swipes it away as Large will check out, I believe, for Patrick Miyashudi. Miyashudi had a tough first half and 4 turnovers, so we'll look to pick it up, especially at Tyler Feldkamp out for the rest of the game. As Eli Williams will bring it up. Williams has also been a big part of the second half. He gets it stealing away though from Devers, who ran it back to Devers. Kusler will drive. Kusler gets over to Devers. Devers pump fakes. Got that Schramm in the air. Devers will pull it out, back out, and swing it over to Miyashudi. And they're going to get Kusler for an offensive foul, I believe. Yeah, they're going to get him on a push-off on Eli Williams. That's his first, team's second. And Roosevelt will set back up this press. As Carson Devers with the kick. And it'll still in Washington ball. As the Riders have a 3-point lead with just about 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. We expect this to be close till the end. Maybe one team pulls away late. As that ball swiped out by Paulson. It'll still be Washington ball. As Nate Gilbertson made a little 2-minute appearance earlier. He bumped it off. Fultz lays it in. It's back to a 1-point game. Roosevelt's led most of the third quarter. It's had its lead, almost had it tied, and had it cut down to 1 a lot. Devers tries to drive middle, and it's going to be a foul on Eli Williams. Yeah, clear bump there. It's going to be his second, team fifth. And this is a fierce rivalry between the schools, in-state rivals. Both not hate each other, but they certainly don't like each other, but not as fierce as any. That's
for sure.
Not as fierce as any, I don't know. There's some big rivalries. Green Bay, Chicago football. Those are just teams hate each other and boo each other, but I guess we've heard a little booing here and there. Devers drives middle, no call. Looked like it had to be a block or a charge there, but it'll be out of bounds and be Washington ball. As 3 subs will check in, Ben Van Backum, Carter Shields will check back in, and number 12, Jed Anderson will check back in. As both the Schramm boys check out, and Eli Williams will also check out of the game. As the bench helped Washington there to get this back up. Devers with the steal. Loose ball, Paulson's got it, and it's another foul on Shields, the second. Team 6, Washington fouling a lot in this third quarter with 6. As Roosevelt almost in the bonus. As they'll take it on the baseline with Patrick Miyashudi. As he'll get it into Paulson. Paulson over to Devers. Devers will go screen from Kusler. Devers drives middle. Devers floats it up, no good. He'll get the rebound back. Give it to Dannenbrink. And Dannenbrink will kick it back out to Paulson, who gives it to Miyashudi. And Miyashudi is passed almost taken away by Shields, and it's thrown out of bounds over Devers' head. And now Gabe Pearson and David Thompson will check in for Carter Shields and Nate Gilbertson. Gabe Pearson will throw it in. Tucker West will check in for Carson Devers. Carson Devers has played well tonight, so we expect him to see him again for the end of the game. As Ben Van Backum will bring it up with Miyashudi on him. He gives it over to Pearson. Pearson will take screen from Thompson. And Van Bakken has the ball in the corner. Good defense by Kusler. Gives it and it's stolen away by Paulson. Great ball pressure there by Kusler to force a steal. As Neil Schutte has the ball, he sends it over to Paulson. Paulson looks low to Dannenberg, gets it to him. Dannenberg will try and make a move, gives it over to West. West to Neil Schutte. Neil Schutte will get a screen and deny it from Dannenberg. Paulson will take the screen. Paulson drives middle. Paulson lays it up and no good. Dannenberg's tipping won't go either. And Washington can basically hope for the final shot if they elect to. Looks like not. Carter Shields will shoot a three wide open, no good. Almost airball. And they're going to say he did step out of bounds. Patrick Neil Schutte said he stepped out of bounds. But a great play by Jen Anderson to throw it off him and only 10 Washington ball. As Nate Gilbertson will check back in for Damon Thompson, as Eli Williams will come in for Ben Van Bakken. And with 22 seconds left, 0.8 seconds left between the game and the shot clock, Pearson will check it in, or throw it in to Carter Shields. Carter Shields on Kusler. Gives it, the double team tries to check it up and draw the foul. Kusler back on him. Pearson drives middle, Pearson lays it in, and Washington regains the lead. 10 seconds left. Now 5 seconds, Roosevelt's gotta go. Kusler deep three, no good. Out of bounds, Carter Shields lost it out of bounds, and 0.9 seconds left. Roosevelt is enough for a catch and shoot here.
This game's going to come down to the nitty-gritty at the end. It's a 1 point difference. End of the period. We still got one whole quarter. This is definitely, I feel like, been the longest quarter as Roosevelt tries to get a basket in. But I feel like it's been the longest quarter because they've been so physical. There's been more fouls. There's just been stuff that has slowed the game down. I think it's going to be more physical next quarter because this is a good game.
Yeah, it is. Washington with a 1 point advantage with, at the end of the third quarter, it is Washington 38, Roosevelt 37. We'll be back shortly. You are watching Washington and Roosevelt on the Sioux Falls Roosevelt High School YouTube channel. Welcome back to Roosevelt High School in this presentation of high school boys basketball. My name is Brian Barnett. I'm joined tonight by Austin Narrow. We are a part of the Roosevelt High School sports broadcast team. And at the start of the fourth quarter, it is Washington 38, Roosevelt 37. Tyler Feldkamp checks back into the game with those 4 fouls. And he's going to have to play careful because Roosevelt didn't play too bad without him for most of that third quarter. Feldkamp is trying not to pick up that 5th foul as Deverix has the ball in the right wing. As they'll get him with the double team, West drives. West pulls up for 2, no good. And is tipped up, but Carter Shields pulls on with the rebound. As a Nolan pass to Williams. Williams for 3, no good. Rebounded by Shields. And on the floor, and it's picked up by Large. Large will drive, gives it to Feldkamp. Feldkamp with a foul. And they'll go to the line for 2. 2 people that bumped him there, but they're thinking there wasn't a foul. Feldkamp will go to the line for 2. They're going to get it on Eli Williams. His 3rd, team 7th. Roosevelt with only 2 team fouls. Roosevelt still got 5 timeouts. Washington with 4. Williams has 3 fouls. Pearson has 2. That's about the only foul trouble that's in right now. And Tyler Feldkamp, first free throw is good, and we're all tied up at 38 apiece. 7:30 remaining in the fourth quarter. As Feldkamp still has 1 more free throw to try and give Roosevelt the lead. as Belcamp will go to the line to shoot. Second one is up and good. And Roosevelt has a 1-point lead. 7:25 remaining. Eli Williams will have the ball at the top. He'll swing it over to Schramm. And it'll be a foul. Uncalled from Networks. It's going to be his first team third. And it's not a shooting foul, so they'll just take it down on the baseline. Eli Williams will throw the ball in. So Roosevelt struck first to take a 1-point lead. And now they gotta finish it. 7 minutes left to have it be even or outscore them. As Gabe Pearson will drive on Devereux. Pearson's shot is up and good. And Washington regains the lead with 7 minutes left to go. As West has the ball, they hand off to Devereux. Devereux back to West. West for three. Got it. West, definitely shooter. You gotta have high hands on him. You gotta close out. It's better for him to just drive on you and have held defense there than to give up a wide open three, because 3 times out of 4 they'll knock it down. Shields has the ball. Good defense by Dannenbrink. And it's out of bounds. It'll still be Washington ball as Dana Thompson will check in for Nate Gilbertson as Gabe Pearson will throw the ball in. Still getting to Kanan Thompson. Thompson down low to Pearson. Pearson on the foul from Devereux. A little late call. It's going to be Devereux' second foul in the past minute. And Gabe Pearson will go on the line for 2 shots to try and tie this game back up. Yeah, it's been back and forth all night long, just like the girls' game from last night. It was never really more than a 10-point game. As Gabe Pearson's first shot is no good in front of the rim, and the best Washington can do is cut it to 1 point and Michigan an offensive rebound and put back. But now Pearson will put up his second shot. Second one's up and it is no good again, but it is rebounded by Kanan Thompson. And you can't have that happen if you're Roosevelt. Schramm with a good take, and he's fouled too. Looks like it's going to be Tucker Large. It's going to be Tucker Large. It's going to be his second, team 5th, and now Roosevelt's picked up a few fourth quarter fouls. As it'll be Megan Schramm that'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Now he has a chance to tie this game up. Schramm's first free throws, got it. Off the back of the rim, bounced up and went in as Hemmer Schramm will check in, and Carter Shields and Eli Williams will check out. And also Benedict Bacham will also check in. It looks like Jed Anderson will check in for Megan Schramm. Schramm's second free throw is no good, and it's rebounded by Feldkamp. And now Jed Anderson will have to wait to check in as Large has the ball up top. Large will give it to Dannenbrink. Large will cut through and give it to Feldkamp. Feldkamp drives. Feldkamp kicks it back out. Devereux had Large open. West pulls up. No good. And Feldkamp would have taken that all the way normally, but in case somebody stepped up by charge, can't pick up Schramm for 3, no good. And it's going to be a jump ball, and that'll be Washington ball with the possession now. 6:03 remaining. Both Roosevelt's losses have been tough, close losses that they haven't made the plays down the stretch to win the games, and now they find themselves in another close game. As you look at their schedule, a 5-point win, a 15-point win, a 21-point win, a 3-point loss, and a 2-point loss. So obviously Roosevelt has won or been in every single game. On the floor, no jump ball call, now a jump ball call, and it'll be Roosevelt ball. And back-to-back jump balls in 3 seconds, and it'll be Roosevelt basketball. As Tucker Large will throw it into Tucker West will throw it into Tucker Large. It looks like we might be a little wet on the floor. And we'll play on. 5:55 left to go. Roosevelt are 42-41. And Tucker Large will bring it up. Tucker Large will Benedict Bacham on him. Tucker Large will drive right. Swing over to Feldkamp. Feldkamp for 3. Got it. Timeout. Mitch Begum in his first of the game. 5:42 left. It is Roosevelt 45, Washington 44. We're back at this short break. You're watching Sioux Falls, Roosevelt, Sioux Falls, Washington on the Roosevelt High School YouTube channel. Welcome back to Roosevelt High School on this presentation of high school basketball. My name is Red Mullen and I'm joined by Austin Merrill. We are a part of the Roosevelt High School Sports Broadcast team. With 5:42 left to go in the game, it is Roosevelt 45, Washington 41 after a big three by Tyler Feldkamp. He's been playing all quarter, or I guess all 2 minutes 18 seconds. With 4 fouls that he picked up. He picked up his 4th foul early in the third quarter and had to sit out basically the whole quarter. As still haven't seen Aiden Evans for a while. As Feldkamp with the steal, and he is fouled by Kemmer Schramm. And that's going to be Kemmer Schramm's 2nd foul, teammate, and Tyler Feldkamp will go to the line for a 1-on-1. He can make this a 6-point game. And 6 points could be a lot in this kind of game that's been back and forth and close all game long. And a little back and forth. Feldkamp misses the free throw. It is rebounded by Gannon Thompson. And then Bachman has the ball, gets it over to Pearson. Tucker West on him. Pearson drives middle, floats it up, no good, a foul. Kind of questionable call there. We're going to break in on his first, team 6th. So now both teams will be in the bonus. Pearson will go to the line for 2 shots to make this a 2-point game. I thought that was a big missed free throw right there by Feldkamp. We could push it up to 6 points. And now, with that free throw, it's down to 3. Gabe Pearson has 14 to lead the Warriors, to lead all scorers. West just behind him with 13. And Feldkamp just behind West with 11. Second free throw is good. And Gabe Pearson's probably the guy you don't want to foul at the end of the game. Back to a 2-point game. Tucker Large has the ball up top. It's like a double screen. And they'll give it ball fake to West. Give it to Feldkamp. Feldkamp looks for Danbury down low. Gets it to him. Danbury will try and go to work. Danbury hook shot up. No good. Rebounded by Pearson. And they'll get Large for a reaching foul. And Tucker Large didn't like that. That's his 3rd. Team 7th. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Gabe Pearson. And Gabe Pearson's lights out from the free throw line too. He'll soon just shoot 0-0 in the first half, but the lead is 2 for 2 or 4 for 4 in the second half. So Washington can tie the game. Actually, he did miss a free throw earlier, so not 100%. But he makes the first one to make it a 1-point game. So if he makes this, it'll be a tie game. Roosevelt could have put it shit up to 6, and he misses the second one. Should have been a hold there, Gannon Thompson, but they get away with it. Tucker Large will bring it up. Tucker Large will take the screen from Danbury. Large will try and drive on Thompson. Mismatch down low. West has the ball in the corner. West gives it to Devericks. Carson Devericks gives it over to Tucker West. Feldkamp to Large. Large looks down low to Danbury. Tipped up, and it's saved by Gannon Thompson. Eli Williams pushes up to Shields. Shields, no good, and a foul. It's going to be on Carson Devericks' 3rd, teammate. And it'll be Carter Shields going to the line for a 1-and-1. Looks like Carter Shields kind of lost the ball, but they gave Washington the foul call for it. It's going to be a 1-and-1. First one's good. Tie game. 4:24 left to go in the game. And if you're Roosevelt, it's going to hurt for your team and for your program if you drop this one right here. It would be your 3rd game this season, 3rd loss in a row that you've lost in a really close game. And now Washington will take the lead with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in this game. Tucker Large will give it over to Felkamp. Felkamp will take the screen from West. Oh, West is open on the pop. As Devereux will take the screen from, Dannenberg. Now Large will give it back to Felkamp. Felkamp drives the baseline, and that'll be a foul on Eli Williams. That's his 4th, team 9th. And Felkamp will go to the line for a 1-on-1. And Roosevelt can regain the lead if these 2 free throws are made. And Calvin Fultz will check in for Damon Thompson. Eli Williams going to stick in the game with those 4 fouls. As second one is up and first one, is up and no good. As Roosevelt continuing to struggle on their free throw shooting, Eli Williams will drive middle. Eli Williams up and one. And Eli Williams with 4 fouls, chance to make this a 4-point game.
Roosevelt's just starting to make kind of not so good fouls, not smart. Well, there's no such thing as really a smart foul, but just bad fouls here at the end that are really costing them points and the lead heading into the final minutes of this game.
Yeah, 3:49, Begum to use the timeout with 3:48 left to go. It's Washington 49, Roosevelt 45, an 8-0 run for the Warriors. We'll be back in a moment. You are watching Roosevelt and Washington on the Roosevelt High School YouTube channel. Welcome back to Roosevelt High School in this presentation of high school boys basketball. With 3:48 left to go in the final quarter, this Washington 49, Roosevelt 45. That'll be Roosevelt basketball down 4, and in not desperate need, but in need of a score here to keep in this game, because if Washington can get a couple stops and a couple scores, the game could get out of hand fast. As Tucker Large will try and toss up to Dannenberg, and does. Dannenberg hands off to Felkamp. Felkamp over to Devereux, who sees it over to West. Devereux to Large. Large off the screen. Devereux almost walked. Shot clock running out. Tucker Large drives, kicks over to West, and they're going to get a charge, and West made the 3. Tucker Large's 4th foul, and Roosevelt is the guy with 4 fouls, 2 guys with 4 fouls, and 1 guy with 3 fouls, or 3 fouls in the game right now. They got the press on, and it looks like they're going to want to steal, and it's took out of bounds by Large. Washington basketball. Shot clock never started. Should have at least ran up 1 second, but... And now, they'll move right in front of the Roosevelt bench. Throw the ball and bounce. As tough time getting it in, he gets it in last second to Eli Williams. And they move over in the corner. The Fultz swings it back up top to Jed Anderson. Anderson over the right side to Gabe Pearson. Pearson scoops up into the... And Roosevelt has to go back. Devereux gets a foul, no good, but he'll go to the line for 2. 2 that's on. It's going to be on Carter Shields, his second. Team something. We're over 10 fouls, so team 10 foul. Both teams are in the double bonus right now. as Carson Edwards go to line for 2 shots. He's got to put both these in. Down 5 now. He's got to put this one in to make it.
Yeah, and I don't know, for Roosevelt, a lot of fouls, and foul trouble for a lot of foul trouble on that team for very crucial players with not a lot of time to go.
And Roosevelt hits no free throws. They're probably winning this game. They haven't done a good job all season. And Washington will call a timeout. With 2:39 left, we'll take another short break. With 2:39 left in the final quarter, is Washington 51, Roosevelt 56. We will be back very shortly. And you're watching Roosevelt and Washington on our Roosevelt High School YouTube channel. Welcome back to Roosevelt High School and the sports presentation of high school boys basketball. My name is Brent Bowen and I'm joined tonight by Austin Nero. We are a part of the Roosevelt High School sports broadcast team. With 2:39 left in the final quarter, Washington starting to pull away with this one with a 5-point advantage after Roosevelt just split a pair of free throws. Roosevelt, they get a stop in the score, put it down to 3. They're back in this one with probably after under 2 minutes left. This Gabe Pearson will throw it in. Both teams in a heap of foul trouble right now, as Eli Williams will get the inbounds pass. Williams will get it, and he'll give it down low to Pearson. Pearson, tough hook shot, no good, rebound by Kusler. Kusler outlets it to Devericks. Devericks gives it over to West. There's somebody right there, so West can pull that shot. Devericks gets it over to Paulson. Paulson, it's the fake from Belkamp. Paulson drives middle. Gets it to Kusler. Kusler, big shot for 3, no good. Rebound by Williams, and it's going to be Paulson, I believe. Going on Kusler, his second team, 11th or 12th.
Well, this is now what Roosevelt needs. I was talking about fouls, and Roosevelt doesn't need to force fouls. I get it, it's the end of the game. It's very close, and it's going to be very physical. But right now, these fouls are costing them the game.
Right now, you got, Tucker Large is not in the game right now, but it says he is. He has 4 fouls. Belkamp also has 4 fouls, but he's been fighting with 4 fouls the rest of the whole quarter. It's a 6-point game. Roosevelt in desperate need of a bucket here. Hands it off. West will hand it off to Paulson. Michael Paulson trying to make something happen. He's played pretty well tonight for Roosevelt. About 15 left on the shot clock. Still a lot of time. Devericks trying to get an ISO. There's somebody open. It's Kusler right there, and it's a foul on Carter Shields. It's 14 over 10. They don't show up to 10. As Kusler got on the line for 2 shots, and these are two big shots right now with 1:41 left. You don't hit these shots, you're not looking pretty in this game. Tucker Large check back in. Kusler's first shot is good.
Now both of these shots pretty much have to go in my opinion, for them. Minute 41 to go.
And what's questioned me also, Aiden Evans has been sitting out basically the whole second half.
Yeah.
It was earlier too. Against Lincoln, he checked out with a few minutes left, and he never came back. He had blood on his shorts, and they just never brought him back into the game, as both those free throws are good. He's trying to get a trap as Eli Williams gets it off to Pearson. They get a trap right at half court. And Washington got the timeout. And with 1:33 left.
Remember, Feldkamp is still in foul trouble, and he's a very big part on this team. He plays a very big part on this team. And if he fouls out, who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what's going to happen?
I mean, it's a 4-point game. If this goes to overtime, let's say this game goes to overtime, and guys like Carter Shields or Eli Williams for Washington would foul out because they both have 4. Or even Feldkamp for Roosevelt, he fouls out. that could be big if it does end up going to overtime.
Very much so.
As it's a 4-point game right now. Washington has the ball, just avoided a turnover with the timeout call. Roosevelt doesn't, they can't allow a 3 here, that's for sure, but they'd like to get a stop here. So, we'll be coming back from timeout as Dave Pearson has 18 points, Carter Fields has 11. Tyler Feldkamp has 11 for Roosevelt. Tucker West is 13. That'll be the same 5 for Roosevelt with Tucker Lodge in. Tucker Lodge has no points and 4 fouls in this game. As Kusler has 2 fouls and 4 points. And they will get it in to Van Bakken with Tucker Lodge on it. Tucker Lodge has 4 fouls. He's got to be careful. He's still playing tight defense. Dribble dead. Carter Shields has got it. He hands it off to Deverich. Oh, not Deverich. Deverich is on him, but Carter Shields is the ball in the corner. Down low, Eli Williams missed the lay-in, and it is rebounded by Lord. What a huge miss. That would have made it a 6-point game. Wow. 1 minute left to go. And gives it to West. West for 3. No good. West has made those shots all game long. Kusler will foul Carter Shields. Wow.
Wow. Missed that layup. That was a missed opportunity for Roosevelt too, because they definitely needed to make at least a 2-pointer or of some sort. They needed to put points on the board after getting that rebound, and now more points for Washington.